and we'll make this short and sweet as to not take up too much of your Friday. But today's mini training is all about updating the front page of your agent website. So I get a lot of questions on how you can customize your website. And one thing you may not know is that your agent website is 100% completely customizable to you. And you don't have to be, a web design tech to be able to do these things. If there are certain things that you want to do to your website that maybe you just don't know how, the One Resource Guide and One.U is a great place to start. You can even have the corporate office, because they have a whole marketing department. They can come in if you're looking for something really unique, really special to just you. They can design it for you. So but I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks just to kind of set your website apart from everybody else's. So if you have not designed anything on your website yet, you'll notice that they all look the same at the beginning. You all have, your agent photo. You all have, the same background. Everything is in the same place. It kind of comes like preloaded that way when we onboard you. But we're going to talk about how you can customize it. So there's two places that you go to customize your website. The first one we're going to go to is Zone. So if you want to update your profile picture, your agent headshot, and a lot of you just got new ones. So if you want to update that, it's super easy to do. And you can also update your About Me. So what you're going to do is you're going to log on to your Zone. You're going to go down to User, and then you're going to go to My Public Info. This is going to load your agent profile page. And this is how we actually start your website. So I know that I've talked to a lot of you and it's like, hey, we have to get your agent profile photo in there because we actually can't load your website without it. So if you fail to do it, I just put in whatever photo I have of you. And it may just be the photo that's in there now. But if you want to change that, you can do that very easily just by going here to your public info, change photo, and then you can upload a photo that you want, and then you can drag and drop it around so that it's cropped. Now, once you do this, you have to click crop and then apply crop for this to be done. Okay, so crop and then apply crop for this to be done. And then it has to go over to me to approve the photo. That way you're not putting anything out there that's, risque or not professional. So when you do that, you just have to send me a message and say, hey, I changed my agent photo. Can you approve it? I'll go in, I'll look at it, approve it, and then you're good. Your staff bio is here. This is basically just your agent bio. And this agent bio appears on your website, but you edit it here. So you can edit this at any time, put in whatever you want, make it longer, make it shorter. I did ChatGPT to help clean mine up and make it SEO searchable so that it ranks on Google searches and Safari searches. Highly recommend you doing that. If you need help doing that, you can reach out to me or Kat or Olivia at any time, and we'll definitely help you put something together that is very professional. Down here, in these settings down here, you see this website URL. If you have purchased a custom domain, a custom URL for your website, and that could be www.AnnaRogersRealtor.com, you can actually have your agent website point to this URL so that when somebody comes in and puts www.AnnaRogersRealtor.com, it goes to your agent website. That's very easy to do just by going on to GoDaddy. And I'm going to show you that here real quick. So if you go into GoDaddy.com, and we're going to pull that up, and you just put in right on their homepage, you can start typing in the domain that you want. So I'm going to pick on Anna because she's doing 10 things at one time. So we're going to put Anna Rogers Realtor.com. And we're going to search for that. And it's going to tell us that, oh, look at that. AnnaRogersRealtor.com is available. And you can actually purchase that for a penny. And it is only going to cost you $21.99 per year after that. Make sense? So Anna, you can claim that URL of AnnaRogersRealtor.com for a penny on GoDaddy today. You set that up, and then you copy and paste that web URL into your zone settings, and then you can start using that URL to point to your website. Questions on this part?
That's interesting because I did purchase a domain. I just haven't done anything with it yet. So that's nice to know that I can put that in there.
Yeah, you can put it right in there. And then we'll do a follow-up too. The next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing a lot with like website, because the theme here lately, if you couldn't tell, has been marketing and branding and kind of setting yourself apart. So I will go through some of the GoDaddy settings in the back end of how you can forward and point to certain websites. But you would be surprised how many of you, just your name, realtor, just your name, real estate, or just your name will be available for you to purchase. And a lot of people think it's so expensive. It's not. Like, Anna, you can literally grab yours for a penny.
It's a good deal. I want it.
Yep, that's a real good deal. That's a real good deal. But think about the extension. I mean, all of us have a website URL that's Realty One Group / our username. You know what I mean? People, that doesn't flow off the tongue very well. So just coming up with something like this, which is very, very cheap, a great investment into your business of getting that custom URL. It's very much, it's way easier to tell people, hey, just jump on my website, AnnaRogersRealtor.com, or putting that on your business card. And it instead of directing it to the brokerage main page, where then they have to go to agents and or they have to go to office, and then they have to find you, and then they have to click the link, and then to get to your website, it just becomes, too many steps. Just telling them your custom URL, there it is, they're there, it's done. Okay, so you can go ahead and plug that into your website URL here. You want to connect your Facebook profile. Please only connect your business page. We will not connect your personal pages to your website. We're just not permitted. Twitter, which I have to do, I have not done. Do as I say, not as I do, people. YouTube channel, same thing. I should have that in there. I don't. LinkedIn. If you have a blog, if you have an Instagram, you put it all in here, and it's going to link forward so that they can go to your socials. Putting in stuff like your designations is important so that people know what you specialize in. We talk on Ultimate Launch all the time about figuring out what your niche is. Again, this is something that kind of sets you apart from the crowd. This is also searchable when it appears on your website. So if they're looking for somebody who works with, senior housing or something like that, that's going to be important. It's going to, show up more frequently in web searches. You can also put your specialties and your languages in there as well. So this is kind of where you go ahead and edit those foundational items of your website. Okay. Now let's get into the website itself. And you do that by logging on to OneSuite. And I know that sounds like, oh, OneSuite is our CRM. Why would we go into OneSuite? Well, your OneSuite is designed to house all of your branding, marketing, lead generation, everything. So if you're looking for something that has to do with the future money-making activities of real estate, it is all linked in OneSuite. So when in doubt, go to OneSuite and you can figure it out. Okay. So when in doubt, go to OneSuite, you can figure it out. So it does more than just house your contacts and leads and do drip campaigns and follow-ups. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can do in OneSuite. And one of those is your website. So you just come down here to my website, and then you see here, it'll pull down my website editor, and you just go ahead and click that. This is going to take you to the back end editor of your website. Now, it looks like public view, but it is not. It is not. It is slightly different. And a lot of people miss these things, which is why we're going to talk about them today. First thing I want you to do, if you could be so bold, is change your banner background. Okay, so I want you to change your banner. You see that mine looks a little different than most of yours. I have this blue couch with these pink pillows. Most of you have like a colonial farmhouse style gray house as your background. And if you have that, it's because you haven't customized it, because they all come preloaded with that image. So if you want to change your banner image on your background, you see this little notification button here. Right beside it are these three little dots. I'm going to have you click those and then scroll down to Manage Banner. When you do this, it's going to have your banner photos and videos come up. So what's great about your website is you can have a still photo like I have now, or you can have a video. So if you have a clip it little video of maybe you meeting clients, or something that doesn't have a lot of noise behind it, you can absolutely put a video in, and your front page will be moving as people come to it. What's also great is if you want multiple still images, you can do that. So it's almost like a like the photo album of images where they scroll. So our brokerage website has scrolling images. So when people come to it, they're seeing different images each time. So if I go to here and I click new, it's going to ask me to upload an image. Now, the photo that you're seeing on my website is just one of the stock images from the library. It's from the Realty One library. So you can pick any of those, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But since we all got these amazing lifestyle photos that all of you are going to be getting by Monday, I wanted to show you how you can upload some of those photos to your website. So I'm going to go here to browse image, and then I'm going to grab a photo. And let's see, it did take it. Sometimes you have to reduce the size, or you have to select another photo and increase the size. So just also watch, any of the red that it's giving you. So I got that. All right, it's uploaded, and I'm going to go to save, and let's see if that works. All right, let me see. Did it show? All right, perfect. So I've got 2 of them loaded in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this background because I only want one still in there. I'm going to remove it. Modification complete. Great. There is my new front page. All right. Now, I don't like where this is positioned, but like I said, I was just kind of rolling through the lifestyle photos really quickly so that I could find an image that would work for this example. So I'll probably change this again because, poor Anthony, his face is cut off. But this is just an example of how you can customize your website with your own banner, and you should, okay? You need to stand out from the crowd. You don't want your website to look like everybody else's. All of you are amazing agents, but you're all very different. And that's why this brokerage works so well, is because you guys are as unique and diverse as our clients. So definitely make it you. Get enthused about having your own website, your own space that you can put out there. All right, so going down through, here's that about me from Zone. So if I want to change that, I would change it in the Zone platform, and it automatically changes to the website. And then below that, it comes preloaded with featured listings. Maybe you have a niche for luxury properties. Maybe you have a niche for investment properties. And most of the clients that are coming in are looking for those items. So maybe you want to customize your featured listings. That's super easy to do. You can go right up here to settings and then go to manage my featured listings. And it's going to pull you up another page here. And it does take a minute to get that feed to work. So just be patient. When this page comes up, you'll be able to add or take away any of the listings that you don't want shown on your page. So maybe you have a seller that just really doesn't want their listing featured, or maybe you have a house that just looks, terrible, and you're trying to really move into that upper priced market, and you want to have that removed from your front page so that when people are coming, they're seeing higher price listings. So you don't want to feature your lower price listings. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you are an investor agent. You want to showcase just investment listings as your featured listings. You can do that. You just go in here, and if there's something you don't want to show, you just click that little red button, and it's going to take it off your featured listing list. Okay. And down here, there are more listings to choose from. So there are 82 more properties. You click that button, and it's going to pull you up more options. And you can continue to select the options you want to feature until you have the right mix of properties. Questions on that stuff? No questions yet? None. All right, great. Okay, so let's go back to the main page here. We're back to the main page.
Okay, I do have a question. Sorry.
I got you. It's okay.
So am I able to, whenever it brings up my listings, am I able to move some to the front or move them around at all? Or
Yes, you should be able to just drag and drop them in the order that you want them to appear.
Perfect. Okay. I don't know
Now,
about
on your main page, what are other things you can do? So down here, you see these sold listings. If you don't want those there, you can hide it. There's this little hide button. I'm not going to hide mine because I want those to appear. You can also manage those the same way as you do your featured listings. So if you want to showcase some sold listings above other listings, you can absolutely do that. You can figure out what order you want them to be displayed in. So you can absolutely do that. There's always a monthly market report here on your homepage. If you don't want that there, you can hide it. Again, this app, it wants the consumer to download your own personalized app to their phone. If you don't want to show that, you can hide it. You can hide it right here. Please understand that you must have your One app set up in OneSuite and downloaded to your phone to be able to take advantage of the branded One app. If you don't know how to do that, please make an appointment with Kat or Olivia and they will help you set that up. It is not the most user-friendly process, so it is better to do when you are in person, although we can attempt to do that on a call. It's always easier if we just have your phone in front of us and we can kind of zip through it and get you connected. All right, as promised, I'm keeping this short and sweet. In the follow-up website customization mini trainings that we're going to be doing, we are going to take it a step further and we're going to talk about adding custom pages. So those are going to be things like community pages, blog pages, adding videos to your website. So we are going to take it a step further. We are going to circle back around to GoDaddy settings and how you set that up on the back end. And then we're going to round it out with how to specifically market and brand from your agent website so that you're not pulling in links from Zillow or Realtor or the main site and then potentially losing the leads that you are working so hard to get through your agent website. So we are going to round it with that. But does anybody have any further questions on how to update this main page? No? Has anybody had any problems updating their main page? No? Okay, well, great. Well, that's all I got for you today. Please feel free to go in there and poke around and start to customize your main page. Don't worry, if you make a mistake, we can always undo it. So if you put up a photo and then it doesn't turn out right or it doesn't fit in the space right, very much like the one I uploaded, it's okay because you can literally go up here, you can go to manage banner, and it can be undone. And it's very easy to do just by going to import from library and selecting one of the Realty One Group photos, once it loads here, one of the Realty One Group photos that have been provided for you. So if you do not like what's appearing on your page, you can select any of these here. You just click the cloud download. Okay, great. And manage home banner. Let me see if it worked. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm going to remove that. Remove. And my modification is now complete. It's back on a stock photo. So you can do this as many times as you need to find the right, creative blend on your website that you're looking for. So anything that is done in here can be undone. So don't worry about going in here. But first things first, customize that main page. Start thinking about claiming your GoDaddy URL. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to come back in after you guys have had time to get your creative juices flowing. And we're going to come back in and then we're going to start adding to your customized website. I believe the next one is blog and video post, which is a great way to drive traffic to your website by making it highly searchable, giving you a unique value proposition by adding that educational content to your branding. So that's going to be really amazing for you guys to start doing that. We have a blog on our main page, but I specifically did not add one to my agent page. I really don't share my agent page, so we use it for training. But we'll be adding a blog page together so you can see it in action. And even if you're not a writer, even if you're not super creative, we're going to show you how to write your own blog posts using ChatGPT and placing those on your website to be able to, share with your clients in your sphere of influence your valuable insight about real estate. All right. So thank you guys for coming. I will stay on for a few minutes if anybody has any final questions or needs my help at all. But if you don't, and if you're getting off, thank you for joining me, and go out there and be the kick-ass people that you all are. And I love you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Christina. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Christina.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.